Now to Nigeria, where at least 30 people have died after being caught in flooding caused by the collapse of a dam. Bodies are being recovered by search and rescue teams in northeastern Borno state. The governor says more than 1 million people have been forced from their homes, and it's feared the number of dead could rise as many remain trapped. Let's go live to our correspondent on the ground, Fidelis Mbah, who's in Maiduguri in northeastern Nigeria. Tell us about where you are and what's the latest on rescue operations there.
Folly. These rescue operations started yesterday. That's Tuesday, and they've been trying to from Tuesday, Thursday, but mostly from Wednesday. They've been trying to pick some of the people from their homes, because we've had people who have been stranded in their homes for more than 48 hours. They don't have access to even houses because the water levels are so high that they cannot cross, except those who are like maybe who can swim very well. We've had the people from even neighboring Yobe states in the northeast come in to help with the rescue. And then we've had officials of the Borno State Emergency Management Agency rescuing people. The military also did drafting some soldiers using heavy-duty trucks to convey people who are able to come to where they are, to be able to bring them out. The water levels are still very high, even though in some areas, some streets, the water levels are receding a bit. But it might still take a whole lot of days before we would see maybe some respite for people to be able to even consider going back to their homes.
And how has the local population, Fidelis, been affected by these floods? And what sort of help are they getting from authorities?
Well, the government, the federal government, did promise after the flood disaster happened, the vice president was here. And he did promise that they'll be bringing in trucks loads of rice to be able to support those who have been displaced from their homes so that they'll be able to feed. But then, government has been providing water. But most of the people we've seen that I spoke to are relying on just buying water by this a bit more expensive than usual. Then we're seeing people. Is a big issue because the population is so much. We're talking about more than probably about 1 million people displaced. The schools where they've been taken to are overcrowded. Even like where I am now here, this is called Bakassi. It's supposed to be one of the biggest IDP camps that had long been abandoned for this flood disaster. But people have been brought in here. Most of the places here, behind me, there are no windows, there are no doors. But people are just looking for shelter. In fact, escape the heat from the sun. So in logistics, government is struggling because it's an overwhelming number for them to deal with. And we're still going to experience more because as rescue operations are going on, they're bringing more people into these camps, and nobody is sure what will happen in the coming days, because where they will sleep is a major issue. What they will eat is also still a major issue. But the government is promising that they're going to bring food supplies to be able to help, and also with medical supplies as well.
Fidelis, thank you very much for that update. That's Al Jazeera's Fidelis Mbah reporting there live from Maiduguri in northeast Nigeria.